Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin and go over some short-term time frame, shorter daily, the daily trend, and then the weekly trend, and also the monthly on a couple assets. Okay, guys. So this I'm going to let you know. I try to give people some forewarnings, okay, because I think that's better to do in cryptocurrency than just keep hype going. Oh yeah, and everything's going. There's a short-term and medium-term and a long-term projection. My long-term projection for Bitcoin is going to be up and to the right. I've made that clear. The weekly is down and the daily is going to be up and to the right for probably 4 or 5 days, maybe a week or so or something like that, just kind of trending that way. So that's why I'm expecting Bitcoin possibly go up, hit 27.6 into this supply zone. It would be nice if it got way up there, 29.3. And that would be good for any longs too. If you're in any leveraged longs, you could maybe take some profits and then maybe flip, go short on some cryptos. That would be a really nice short setup for Bitcoin and probably Ethereum or something like that for it to make its trek back down. But the deal is here, guys, is this move is probably going to be a little more brutal than the actual bear market itself. Because here's the reason why. You see the bear market actually has a clear trend. This is going to be trendless. So if you go look at like the total one, total two, total three, they're kind of like trendless going sideways, which makes for very brutal times, very frustrating times. And I think this is going to be going on here with Bitcoin all the way up into at least the beginning of July is my time frame that I'm looking at. Could it extend out into the end of July? It could. So getting a time that's reasonable is very, very difficult to do. But I don't expect anything to be going on for Bitcoin to finish a correction until at least the beginning of July. Okay. I think that this this more going to be side. I'll say sideways and up and to the right for the middle of June. And then it's going to be making another trek back down this way all the way into July. Okay. And this is going to brutalize, in my opinion, a lot of people because of just this grind down. Okay. So a lot of negative sentiment, all the SEC stuff going on, Binance, Coinbase, and all that's going to be going on. And there's going to be more. There will be more and more negative things, which, it's going to be like over here, guys, just the negative, just everything. So even through here, all the way through here and all the way up to here and right to here. This was the end of it. It's done. And it even bounced back up, went beyond the all-time size. And right here was the same thing too. It's all done. It's over with, guys. So it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing over here too. Is Bitcoin going to make one of these like dips like it did over there? I don't know. I can't answer that. I can tell you that. I can tell you that it has a history of doing pretty good dips. I'll say that. So if it's at 26K and make it a whiz all the way down to like say 22 or 19, it has a history of doing that. So don't be shocked if it goes like bam. But really, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of buy pressure coming in for longer term holders, if you will, maybe institutional players coming into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the monthly timeframes with you on Bitcoin and on GBTC to show you some things that I'm looking at on a monthly time frame here, okay? And make it short and sweet. I'm going to go to the BLX. I put this on Twitter, and here's the BLX on the monthly candles, okay? So let me put on my fair value gaps. Okay. And there's a gap. There's a fair value gap into here to here, okay? So let me take off the SMAs. Okay, here's the deal with Bitcoin on this. This is all of Bitcoin. And I have this potential. Here's the 12-month candle. And one thing I was trying to relate to is that it has like monthly support off of this candle, these candles over here, guys. So, and then it bounced off the 12-month, that fair value gap right there, you can see. Boom. Okay, so more than likely, what's going to be happening, in my opinion, with Bitcoin is that this section that we're in right now, okay, where it's going to be going into a slight downtrend, where it will end up. Right now, I'm looking at 22 to 23K, maybe 21, generally about that area, somewhere in that area, according to the gaps that I have in demand zones with Bitcoin. This is going to there's going to be a belief that it's going to go down and break lows, okay? with retail investors. That's going to be the narrative to do that. But this is all set up to make another shot up here, guys, in my opinion. So it's going to be to trick retail going to 10K, and then the narrative with the bears that are out there will be promoting that, and putting the Titanic on their freaking thumbnail, right, and all that other stuff, and telling you to go down. But this, to me, is going to be a trick to retail, and then it's going to have a shot up here. How long that will take? A shot up here to somewhere between, like, I'm looking at this, what was it? This 45, and there's 49K right there. And then also up as high as the 60, 65-ish candle right there for Bitcoin, guys. So it's going to be a trick. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a trick to them, is what I think is going to be going on. So there's just, most of retail will not believe that. They're going to believe this and not this, is what I'm saying. Okay. So everything is pointing towards Bitcoin doing this and not this. Okay. Now, the other thing is too, I want to make you aware of, is that you look at this whole pattern right here, and your monthly volume candle, you got declining volume. This is only on the Brave New Coin Liquid Index for Bitcoin. I can't get the whole 12-month chart on any other chart except this chart. So this is the only data that I have. I don't know how reliable the monthly candle data. It changes from exchange to exchange. That's one thing I don't like about Twitter, is that they'll put on here like this exchange and showing them the monthly volume, how it's going down. And then you go to another exchange, it's going up. You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's very, very difficult to actually get real accurate data. But this is like saying in here that this is possibly could be a topping pattern. Okay. So usually what happens in your impulsive move. So this is a like a 12-year, 13-year, probably big impulsive move. Okay. Your fifth wave is notorious for like doing that, just grinding up into a pattern like this, and with on declining volume. Okay. So just saying that this is definitely a precaution up here. If Bitcoin gets up into this wave, that, hey, there could be a substantial correction up there. Substantial correction. Okay. That's all that I'm saying. That, like it's going up here. It's going up here. Okay. More than likely. The odds are, the probability is going up here. I'm just saying this is going to be profit taking time. Okay. So if Bitcoin breaks, say 48K, there's going to be these ones that are thinking that 10K, it's going to 10K. They're going to miss it. They're going to FOMO in at 35 to 40K, maybe 48K, and push this all the way back up. Okay. Not realizing that this is going to be coming in this section, guys, right in here. Okay. So, so just be aware of that. GBTC is the same thing. Let me go to a 12-month chart on GBTC. It's kind of singing the same tune that I have up there with GBTC on a 12-month chart that I went over this. And, the monthly candles. So this is the OTC chart. And this data, in my opinion, would be fairly reliable, okay, down here in the volume, okay? I think this would be more reliable than an actual Bitcoin chart. But if you can see here in this pattern, I went over GBTC. Now, why is this important? Is because GBTC, if it peaks, then Bitcoin's probably going to be peaking too, all right? I think we can all probably pretty much agree for the most part, unless something happens to GBTC, unless something happens to Bitcoin, putting all that aside, all other things being equal, I think generally speaking, we can all agree that if GBTC here is going to be doing an uptrend, then more than likely Bitcoin is going to be doing the uptrend. Now, Bitcoin could go up like 10,000 points higher, there's different variables in there, but generally speaking is what I'm saying, not based on fact. I'm not saying that if GBTC peaks right here at 52.97, then Bitcoin is done. It's done. Done. It can't go any higher because look at my chart. It says 52.97, so it's done. I'm not saying that. Okay? Bitcoin can still go up. Generally, it'd be in that area. And this right here, if you take a look at this chart, so I went on a lower time frame. I think it was a monthly chart. And I went through this pattern that I think that it is. I do think this is the pattern that it is. I do think GBTC, I've been putting my fib targets and looking at what it's going to do is targets of the 38. I have a 38. It's a $38 to 52.50-ish with a spike up there into that trend line. Okay. And in its correction, and it's going to be doing that. And this is the pattern. Okay. And the volume actually is singing the tune, the correct tune on the monthly, the 12-month chart. This is a yearly chart, 12-month chart is singing the correct tune for wave 1, 2, 3, where the third wave volume came in. And now the volume is down here, telling you more than likely with this lower volume. I really doubt, guys, that this volume candle, this monthly volume candle over here, I doubt we're going to see one that's going to be up here. I doubt that. I mean, we could, if you want to be Mr. Hopium and smoke on that hopium pipe, like it's going to be a huge hopium pipe, man. If you're thinking that monthly candle is going to be popping up all the way up there beyond this one, I mean, you're going to really need some hopium pipe, mix it up with some other stuff and other things like that too. But I don't think it's going to be doing that. That's just my take on it. And this candle, maybe I think, on the first volume, you want probably see a monthly volume candle going up into these areas, telling you more than likely, here's your wave one, even though this is the longest wave, monthly volume candles, different. And then third wave right here, boom, and then come back down. And then it's going to have your, so I have your trend right here, right? Boom, and then boom. And then that's probably the peak on that. So what does that mean? Probably something similar going on with Bitcoin too, guys. I'm not really convinced this whole 4-year cycle thing, man. These crypto guys are walking around like it's a guarantee. There's no guarantee in the markets, man. Who said there's a guarantee? Bitcoin does a 4-year cycle, man. So it's got to do it again. Hey, I'm not saying, do I hope? Hey, look, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that the whole 4-year thing works out. Okay. Like, I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm saying I'm just saying wait a second. What if it doesn't work out? Like, some of these guys are sitting around going yeah, man, 4-year cycle. What is it? The having events in May or whatever this thing is, April, May. Yeah, man, I'm on my dry powder, man. And April, May is going to come around, man. And I'm going to ape in. That's what they talk like. That's literally what they talk like. Who does that kind of strategy, man? The time to buy Bitcoin is not then. Was time to buy it was back over here, guys. What was this number over here? 15,000. 16,000 and 17,000, maybe 20,000. That was the time to buy Bitcoin, not in April of 2024. Just saying. Okay, I know I'm a little bit pumped up, man, but I'm just thinking that's what's going to be going on now. You go ahead and take a look at your 12-month charts on GBTC and your 12-month chart on BTC, and you investigate it, man. Take a look at that. The unfortunate thing with Bitcoin and GBTC is you can't use oscillators on yearly charts, okay? Because there's not enough data. If you pull out your oscillator like your RSI or your MACD or any of these other things, there's nothing there. The only thing you have are the candles and the volume. And this is really what I think is going to be going on, guys. So I'm sticking to my story, man. I think Bitcoin is going up, boom, between 48K, 55K, and it might hit 72K. That's what I think, guys. So I think the higher probability is going that direction. So it remains to be seen. But once it's done up here, I see it up there. I'll be exiting out for sure. And then, definitely be waiting for a correction after that. So in the meantime, going to shorter time frames, right? Let's go back down to a daily chart. Take a look at this bad boy. Okay. Gonna get all these fair value gaps off of here, man. So take a look at this bad boy right over here. That brave new coin. Let me go over to this chart. So I got my demand zones and fair value gaps on there, put on myself. So with Bitcoin, this area, in my opinion, 23 to 24, maybe 22, 21, this is going to be the area to get Bitcoin, in my opinion. So right now, the probability is telling me it's going to be correcting down here to do a shot up over there. Okay. The thing is too, is you can't rule out, is it going to be doing something like this, right? I could see, you see this down here and then went up and then a blast up, that's a blast over there. Could it do something like that? That was 62%, guys. Man, that was a pretty big shot right there. That was 63%. And then it came right back down. It could do something like that over there, guys. Just not going to know. I mean, I can't predict that, it's going to go up here and then back down over here, just because it did it over here, right? Just because it did it over here doesn't mean it's going to do it over here, Heck, I don't know. I mean, that's You know, there's a possibility you could do that over there, but you're just not going to know. Just not going to know. But I just think this is going to be a good entry down here, guys. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm getting ready for this run that'll be going on over here, whether it's late 2023, early 2024. It's going with the 4-year cycle theory. Have no idea at this point. I'm just a little bit skeptical of some of these charts over here, guys. You know, especially looking at the longer term time frame, like you know, these yearly charts on Bitcoin and going to the BLX. You know, I mean, like, look at that right now. You know what that looks like to me, guys? You know what that freaking looks like? You know what that looks like? It looks like a meme coin, doesn't it? You gotta be straight with me. Doesn't it look like a meme coin, man, on those ETH charts? Looks kind of like a meme coin, but I'm not saying it's a meme coin, guys. But look at that. I mean, what does that look like? I mean, just be straight with you. What does it look like? Does that look like it's going up to form a top? Seriously. Or does it look like does it look like it's gonna go like this? Okay. The Moon Boys. Does it look like it's gonna go like that? Hey, I mean, I suppose anything's possible, but let's be real here. Let's be real. Does it look like it's going to go like that? Pretty high number up there, too, guys. That's 117K. What I just drew it to, it's 117K. When you think about that, that's what I think it's going to be doing, guys. You take this chart over here just like this, right? Okay. You know, maybe it is going up there. You know, that touch right there, and a touch there, and a touch right up there. Maybe it is going up there, and maybe my numbers are off. Hey, if my numbers are off, I'm going to be happy about that. I'm saying it's going to 50, 48, 55, maybe 62K or something like that. Maybe a little push up to 70-ish, right? If it goes up to 117, I'm not worried about it. It's like, yeah, it went up higher, a little bit higher. So that'll be good for me because I would rather be on the safe side than on the overzealous side. I'm thinking with this right here with Bitcoin, guys, personally. So if you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.